Hey Philly, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get them. Love your advice. I would like your opinion on my situation. When I started working at my job, I became friends with a coworker through a mutual friend. I thought he was an interesting character, cool to hang around with. He gave me great energy. I felt drawn towards him, but thought nothing of it since we were both in relationships. Earlier last year, I broke up with my boyfriend due to differences and started enjoying the single life. Coworker and I would text each other periodically, casually about things such as events, school, weather, conspiracy theory, etc. When I noticed the pace picking up, I said to him that if we were to be friends, I think he should make his girlfriend aware, since I know that it's not right to be randomly talking to another girl. He agreed and said he had nothing to hide, and even text in front of her. I don't know if he did or not, but I let the topic go. A few months into the relationship, a few months into the relationship, I decided to back off completely because I felt feelings growing for him. I made sure not to see him at work, nor did I text. I did consider him a friend, but I assumed it was respectable the way that I was doing things. I did miss the friendship and conversation that I confided in my mutual friend that I missed him. A few months later, he started texting me again out of the blue. He said he heard that I missed him and he wanted to know if it was true. After denying it, we started talking again about casual topics. He would invite me out and I would always decline. One day he asked, I'm gonna go ahead and summarize this one. Anyway, he asked her out again, and she said, I think it's kind of disrespectful that you keep asking me out and you have a girlfriend. That's when he let her know that he had broken up with his girlfriend. So one day she decided to go ahead and go to a movie with him. So the movies turned into other events and they basically started hanging out again. And then he later tells her that one of the reasons why he broke up with the ex is several reasons, but she actually was pregnant for him. Now the writer doesn't want to say the word abortion, but she's no longer pregnant. So that's the only thing that I could think of, either abortion or she miscarried the baby. But he's no longer with his girlfriend. He's kind of in between. He decided that he wanted to relocate to another area, so he eventually moved, and he says that they've still been talking, but she wants to know what should she do. He's saying that maybe or hopefully you can come and move here with me, and she's not sure because the relationship that he had with his ex was a long-term relationship, that they definitely had their ups and downs, but she said they were together for eons, and that's how she put it in the letter. She doesn't know what to do. When I read this letter, the first thing that came to mind was a song by Usher, "You Make Me Wanna Leave the One I'm With and Start a New Relationship with You." That's exactly what this sounds like. Let me say this, to the writer of this letter, I know you wrote me, and you tried to make yourself sound a little bit better when you were like, and you kept asking me out, and I kept saying no, tell your girlfriend about me. You kept trying to make it seem like you were going out of your way to be upfront with him, but I'm still not a huge fan of the whole friend thing when you know good and well that you want him. You had every intention to be with him. The only reason why he wasn't with you was because he was with her. I don't like that little, I don't know how to word it, but I can't stand that. I cannot stand that fake pseudo friendship where he says he wants to be with you or he's asking you out and then you are acting like you want to be with him. You were both not married to anyone. I mean, I just don't understand why two grown adults are acting like it's so hard to be together. You are not a Montague and he is not a Capulet. For those of you who don't know, it's a Shakespeare reference, a little Romeo and Juliet for you. But anyway, it's not like if you get together your families are going to be feuding and all that. Like, it's in this day and age, what is the big deal? I just don't understand that. I don't know if she was pregnant at the time. You didn't say that in the letter. You didn't say that. I don't know if he was staying with her out of obligation or not. But I just don't understand, like, why weren't you guys together? I hate the fact that he put you in the friend zone and you didn't even realize that you were there. Typically when you think friend zone, you think a girl not really feeling a guy, so she puts him in the friend zone. He put you in the friend zone because you weren't really dating anybody. You didn't mention any other guys you were dating. He was the one holding all of your time, all of your attention and all of that. I just felt like you kind of waited for that to kind of fizzle out. And I don't understand the whole mentality of somebody so eager to wait on someone to finish up this relationship over here. And when you're done trying to figure out if that's going to work, then here I am ready, willing, and able. Like, in my opinion, I'm not a huge fan of him. I'm not a huge fan of him because even though, you know, you said he was texting you in front of his girlfriend, even though you don't know that for sure, just the whole fact that he was asking you out while he had a girlfriend, and the only reason why your relationship with him didn't go further while he was in a relationship was because you didn't want it to be. You kept declining his invitation to go out. Like, if he could have cheated with you, I feel like he would have. And when somebody shows you that, don't think that makes you special. Don't think that makes you awesome or amazing or anything like that. It doesn't make you special that a man looks like he would leave his girl for you or looks like he would cheat on his girl for you. All that shows is that he's raggy and disrespectful and has the capability and has every intention of doing that possibly to you. So, and I don't understand, he moved on and he moved away. And he's talking about, you know, maybe, you know, you can move here with me. I'd really love to kind of, you know, pursue things with you. When you were right there, he passed up on the opportunity. I don't like the thirstiness of it. You know, I just recently read a strawberry letter with somebody who was saying she was dating one of her best friends. And he called everything on hold, put everything on hold, and said he wanted to see what was up with a new girl. And he said if things don't work out, he would come back. And she was willing to do it. And I'm like, what kind of world, what kind of parallel universe are we living in when a man will actually tell you to your face, you're not my first choice, but I'm gonna go see what's up with her, and if this don't work, then we'll see what's up with me and you. Like, what? The minute somebody said that, that would have turned me off. I mean, maybe it's my ego, and maybe it's my confidence level, maybe it's the self-esteem that my parents raised me to have, but I just don't understand. Once you let me know that I'm not good enough to be first, then neither are you. Then okay, maybe we'll get together in the future while I go date other people and while I do the same thing to you that you're doing to me. There's nothing wrong with dating casually. You know, my dad told me that, and I've talked about it before. There's nothing wrong with a woman dating more than one man, and it's classy and it's respectable as long as you're not sleeping with them. As long as you're not sleeping with the men that you are dating, you can casually date. What's going on with the gay society in 2014 where you think dating equals sex? Not necessarily. You don't have to have sex with somebody that you date. Some of you are going to say that's common sense, and for some of you that's news to you. You've never heard that before. Just because you date him doesn't mean you have to have sex with him. Dating is for me to see if there's something here. If there's nothing there, why would I give you my body? I gave you my time, yeah, for us to get to see if there's anything there, if there's a connection, if we could possibly click, if we could become boyfriend and girlfriend in the future. That's why I'm dating. This is an audition. You don't necessarily get the role. You don't get every role you audition for, okay? But I don't really like that. I don't really care for that. I don't like the fact that you were kind of waiting in the wings to see how that worked out. And then when it was over, then he came to you. He was pursuing you the whole time. He was laying down that foundation. But it was never really a friendship. It was just some tacky flirting. There wasn't a real friendship there. He wanted to have you there. He put you in the friend zone. He put you in the freezer, so to speak. And when the time was right, he thawed you out to see if it was still hot. And you were right there. Right, you weren't dating. You weren't trying to see what was up with anybody else. You were right there, twiddling your doggone thumbs, waiting on him to come back and see what was good with you. If it was me, the answer would have been nothing. I'm dating. And then he moved away too. So you either got to have a long distance relationship with him, with somebody who you've already seen has the ability to cheat, or you can uproot and change your entire life, move to a new state, a new city, just to see about the possibility of being with him. This is not a win-win for you. Is he that amazing? Is he that amazing that you would sign up for a long-distance relationship with some dude who you don't even think can be faithful because he already showed you that he couldn't be? And how do you know that he doesn't still have that same kind of friendship deal with this other girl? With the girl that he was with for so long? How do you know that they're not friends? They didn't end their relationship on a friendship note. How do you know? This is the kind of situation where, you know, if he gets back with the ex, everybody will have seen it coming but you. They got a foundation there. They broke up for Lord knows what reason. Who knows exactly why they broke up? I don't know if it was the baby or not. You didn't really want to get into that. Like, I guess you didn't want to say that they had an abortion, but you said they were pregnant and now they're not. And you said leave it at that. So how am I don't know what exactly I am to infer from that. Did she miscarry the baby or did they abort the baby? And I hope that he did not stress her out to the point where she lost the baby. But neither one of the scenarios is a very positive one. So I'm hoping that that wasn't the case. But, you know, a loss of life is always sad to me, especially when it's a poor, defenseless baby. So anyway, but I'm not going to get on that. My whole point is you'd be taking a huge risk if you decide that you would move to try to pursue a relationship with him, uproot everything that you have, your place, your family, or whatever else you have where you are, to uproot all of that for the possibility of being with this guy who could have had every opportunity to be with you, but he passed. And because things didn't work out with her, now he's with you. So what if things do work out with the two of them? Where does that leave you? Exactly where it left you in the first place. Like, you don't get that part? There's too many men out here loose. Too many good men out here loose to settle for men who look like they can cheat. Men who choose you second. This kind of man. Men who would, to have every opportunity in the world to be with you and pass. That's not attractive to me, in my opinion. My self-esteem is, the way my self-esteem is set up, I just can't see myself doing that. I just can't. But of course, to each his own. I would definitely pray about your situation, but I feel like you did it in a sort of a tacky way. I'm just being honest and I'm being blunt. You did it in kind of a tacky way. You were you waiting in the wings. You were in that fake friendship, friend zone, and you waited for your opportunity. And now that you have your opportunity, now you got to figure out what you're going to do with it. I think you should date other people. Because why does he deserve all this exclusivity? So all this time he was with her, and you had no one. Like, that's not fair. Like, even if you just boil it all down to what's fair, it's not fair that you're in a committed relationship and I'm single because I'm waiting on you. And I'm sitting around being available for you. And I hear, you have the nerve and the audacity to ask me, maybe I can move up here. You can move up here and be with me. To be what? You weren't his girlfriend when you were right there, so why would I move all the way to another state for the chance of being you guys aren't even in a relationship now. Like, I don't know. He doesn't sound like a prize to me. Maybe he does to you, but I don't see it. I think you should be dating other people. I think you should see what else is out there before you, rush to take someone who didn't make you as much of a priority as I feel you should have been. Who made it clear to you that he would cheat. He kept asking you out on a date and you kept telling him, tell your girlfriend about me. Does your girlfriend know you're with me? Does your girlfriend know we're here? Does your girlfriend, girl, you're doing all that trying to make yourself feel better. But if you move and uproot your life for him, don't be surprised if he has another friend. Somebody playing the exact same role that you played. Somebody that's just his friend, but secretly he's asking her out. I don't trust him, and I don't think you should either. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces.